Hello there. Welcome to Module 3, Evaluating and Adapting ELT Materials. My name is Hua, and today I'm going to share with you some of my practical experiences in evaluating and adapting one English textbook that I'm currently using in my English class at the university. If you still remember, in the previous module, we learned about some fundamental principles for developing ELT materials. And I think we can all agree on one key message, that it is important for teachers to develop materials in ways that can keep our students engaged in learning. And that's the reason why we would always have to make sure that there is relevant, interesting, and meaningful practice for our students to do, and that our students will have plenty of opportunities to practice the language functions in real situations, and that their learning styles, levels, attitudes, needs, and interests are carefully considered. Well, I would say that the same thing is true for evaluating and adapting materials, the focus of our module today. So I really want you to keep thinking about that when you are going through this module with me. First, before we discuss evaluation and adaptation in detail, I would like to describe my teaching context so that you can better understand why it is essential for me and my colleagues to do material evaluation and adaptation in our profession. I am an English teacher at the Faculty of English Language Teacher Education, University of Languages and International Studies. My job involves teaching social English and academic English to first-year students who major in either English teaching or English language. The students who pursue these majors at my university are supposed to be around pre-intermediate level of English proficiency according to the CEFR. Having said that, we might expect to have some students who are much stronger and faster learners than their peers in many language skills, so they could be at levels higher than pre-intermediate. We might also have students who are very good at some certain skills, but not so good at some others, and therefore, these students can be somewhere lower than pre-intermediate. For example, many of my students actually read much better than they listen or speak, so their reading skills can go far beyond pre-intermediate level, while the speaking or listening skills might only be better than those of starters. So, even though our program is for English majors, we usually expect to have students of a great variety of abilities who need different kinds of help and support catching up with the program. And this explains why evaluating and especially adapting teaching materials before using them on the students becomes a real concern for us teachers. So the textbook that I'm talking about in today's module is Speak Out Pre-Intermediate by Antonia Clare and J.J. Wilson, published by Pearson. This is one of the textbooks that we are using to teach students in their first semester at the university. Before I talk more about Speak Out, let's take a look at what we've learned about evaluation and adaptation in this module. Now, let me continue by telling you what I'm going to be doing with Speak Out in this module. Like most of the teachers who are watching this video, I was rarely involved in the evaluation and adoption process of most of the materials that we use in class. We all know that such important decisions are made by our group leaders, and I guess in your case, by the Ministry of Education and Training, by the Department of Education and Training, and your school. That is to say, I didn't choose Speak Out myself, even though I find this textbook really interesting and useful in teaching first-year students. So I'm just going to show you how to carry out some simple evaluation of ELT materials that you can all do to evaluate your own textbooks. When you are considering whether or not to adopt a textbook, you can ask yourselves the following questions. This is probably the first question you would like to ask when browsing the shelves in bookstores for a textbook for your class. Many modern ELT textbooks have this information printed on the cover. So, if you look at the back cover of Speak Out, for example, you'll see a text that says, Speak Out is a comprehensive 6-level English course for adults that builds confidence in speaking, listening, reading, and writing using authentic materials from the BBC. Well, this means that this book is designed for adult learners who want to learn English as a foreign language, and therefore can be used in my class at the university where the students are between 18 and 20 years of age.